Every day, we are bombarded with images of appetizing foods, shiny houseware, the many appealing products in magazines, brochures, on billboards that are all designed to stimulate our desires to act and to purchase. And if you study these images and photographs, you realize that professionals have to spend a great deal of time setting up these shots so that you will stop and look. My crew and I went to Mumbai to meet one such photographer, Pereira, who admittedly has a natural affection and affinity for the inanimate, particularly for food and for jewelry. So our first stop was a restaurant called the Noodle Bar. Now, one would imagine that it would probably be easier to create desire for a person or for a product being used by a person. But how do you create desire for the inanimate? Well, by bringing it to life, which is easier said than done.
In this case, we're shooting for an ad. So when you're shooting for an ad, you have to keep in mind that you have to attract the reader. When the reader is looking at the magazine, you have to attract the reader to come into the restaurant. First, I'm composing the shot like we all want the shot to be. With the side, top, adjustable. Then the lighting is adjusted. The lighting is quite basic actually for the thing. That cutter is important. That cutter I put, that is important in the crucial place. And the reflectors, as you saw, they put a reflector to lighten the shadows. All those noodles, you're getting a highlight on the noodles, you're getting a shadow. It would all be, there'll be more highlight and less shadow, so then you won't get the molding. See, it's bright here and it's dark here. So to get the molding, otherwise you would get all white, you won't get the molding on that. Lighting has to be right to get the texture of the food right. And then the stylist is important. There should be a stylist who can style the food.
Basically, my work is to make the food look beautiful. Everybody must eat it off the page. Must want to eat it off the page.
And what do you do to the noodles and to the food to make it look
like
more
this. This is what came out of the chef's kitchen. You know, this is great to eat. What I will do is not really cook everything through. And I will...
So as to keep it looking fresh.
Really fresh. As if it just
otherwise it probably begin to look limp.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
You know, I don't know about the noodles, but this camera definitely makes me salivate. I mean, this is a view camera, right?
Yeah.
And it's a...
Sinar, S-I-N-A-R, Sinar. But I use a view camera for most of my still life work, industrial work.
As a standard?
As a standard, yeah.
And is this a film camera?
No, it used to be a film camera. Now,
how old is it?
This camera is 24 years old.
Wow.
So the camera is the basic camera. It's built on, as you know, it's a view camera which is on a pinhole.
Completely old school.
The pinhole, old pinhole camera. Fancy pinhole camera. So earlier there used to be film going on there. Now there's a digital back that goes in here.
Oh, so the digital back goes in where the film, would have...
Correct, exactly.
Where you would slide the film in.
Cool. And it's connected to the laptop. Now after the shot is done also you can see the layout. So now it shows that the thing is getting cut. The chopsticks are getting cut.
Right.
So now we move the chopsticks. What you see here, everything will not print. If it's not lit properly, it will not print on paper. So this is giving a warning that all these areas will go white. So I have the option, if I want to go slightly darker, I can go slightly darker. And that is called technology. It's like a big Polaroid, and if now something like this has to be changed, what will be done.
So you don't have to quite look into your camera.
No, this is a viewfinder. So now I've seen everything. What I'll do is now she's come here. So now I'll just focus on this.
I think it's really interesting that you compose in black and white.
When you're composing without color, you're unbiased. Otherwise, the color gives you a bias. So there's the advantage of being black and white. So when I'm composing only shapes. I'm not worried about color.
Oh.
So there's an advantage to composing in black and white.
What about your camera angles? What do you do to your camera angle to get a more three-dimensional feel to the food?
Basically, it should be like a eating angle. Food sometimes is you can go bang on top. Bird's eye view. That also looks interesting. But if I went too low, I wouldn't see the food. If I went too high, it would look odd. So this is like a eating angle sort of thing. So another thing, the props in the background is kept subdued. So only the food is standing out. Right. If you had used colored bowls and something, it would take away from the food.
It would take away from the food.
Yeah. So now I can check this. I can go here. I can check on the sharpness of whichever area I want to be sharp. Now this area will be blurred because we want it to be out of focus.
Want it to be
the main dish is the noodle.
Right.
That's just a accompaniment. Okay, now you ready? Only this noodle is a little bit ordered.
That's where the tweezers come in handy, huh? Tell me, what are the advantages of being able to make a digital photograph on a film camera?
This camera has got movements.
Right.
Now, he doesn't want the full thing sharp. If he wanted the full thing sharp, then I could bend this. The moment I have to bend this, and then the full thing will be in focus. Right. So there's a way of doing it in focus.
So the advantages of the view camera itself.
Then if you want to move slightly here and there, with a normal camera I'll have to move the camera. Here I can just move the front. The perspective is the same. Right. But with a normal camera, you move the camera, the perspective changes. So here the perspective doesn't change. I can move this back and forth. I can go up and down. I can move the front. I can move the back. So there's the advantage to it. What happening, Subhangi? This onion is getting lost here, so it is looking at patch there. I'll turn the pink side, the colored side of that. So hopefully this will be the final. Make it standing right. Okay, good.
The man is happy.
Anyway, this is done.
Cool.
Now we'll start preparing for the next one. Blow here and blow here. Bas. Okay. What you did earlier, do same thing but ulta, starting from back. So they get a fresh one in front. And then duck.
And duck. I don't know if you can tell with the level of coordination between the smoker who's sitting under the table getting a little high from too much smoke and the beer pouring and
this time start from the back and go last one in front. I think this is nice. Think beer shot mila barabar na? So, huh? Yeah, the perfect. Happy. It's okay. Perfect.